Yo, what's up, everybody? Another day, which means yet more roster rumors coming at you. We do have some confirmations today as well, and some of these are all over the place. Shift's been putting out a lot of rumors that a lot of people are just replying to with like question marks and are you sure? And after the calm one, you just never know. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more roster rumors. We do have one team that a lot of people thought was signed that's actually getting picked up, which is awesome. So yeah, let's get into it. What is up, everybody? Lawler here, inside source for all Rocket League things needed. We are going to be talking about roster rumors today for the offseason. Again, as a reminder, unless you are seeing it from the people themselves or the organization announcing it as an official statement, these are rumors, just so you guys are aware. So with that said, let's jump straight into them. First one I'm going to start off with is obviously Team Queso, which has been up and down, left and right. It's been all over the place. People trying to figure out, are they together? Are they not together? And Shift, I guess, talked about numerous times about how they were sticking together. Now they're not. Now they are. Now they're not. And it's been kind of back and forth. But it does look like Demensa, who put out a tweet, said, "Time to say I got my team for the next RLCS season. Announcement soon." Now, is he saying that he has gotten a new team? Has he said that he is still staying with Queso? I don't know. I don't know if we really want to be nitpicky about the wording. He does not say, "Time to say I got my new team for the next season of RLCS." So it's very likely that Team Queso could just stay together, farming impressions. Smart. It could also say that, you know, something else is coming. We do not know what's going on with the Team Queso situation, but an announcement coming soon. So we will have to figure out what it happens, when it happens, all that kind of nonsense. I'll keep you guys up to date when we hear more. Also, as a reminder, in the description down below, RLCS roster doc, if you guys would like a link to all the rumors, everything going on, you can find that down below, or go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LAWL. I stream every day, but Tuesday and Sunday. You can type !RLCS rosters in there, and it'll pull a document, and it has everything you need to know. Makes it pretty easy. I know a lot of people have been using it rather than having to go and look elsewhere and try to, you know, shuffle through Twitter. It's actually kind of funny. If I go to my Twitch channel with, like, I haven't been live all day, there's just a bunch of, like, chat history of people typing in it. It's actually really heartwarming to see that the efforts are being used. So good to see you guys on that. Up next, a lot of things still surrounding the Team Liquid, Top Blokes kind of situation. Obviously trying out a bunch of different tandems. We're going to start here with Top Blokes, which does state that Archie and Cassio, who are planning to stay together as they have let go of Flame, are looking to be trying out either Chausette or Scrubkilla under the Top Blokes roster, which is an interesting tandem of players. I think a tandem is possibly only two. I don't know if you can do tandem with three. A trio of players based upon how it would fit in. Scrubkilla, I do think the more aggressive he plays, the better, but I think Cassio is still underrated as a shooter, deadly accuracy, and Archie obviously has gotten a lot of the love. Chausette does feel more of like a positional setup player and kind of locks it down, which I think would probably pair a little bit better. I just think it's better when Scrub can be a bit more aggressive and play how he wants to play. Ultimately, the best part about this tweet is both Scrub and Chausette reply with a question mark. So that seems to be the go-to thing. It seems like a lot of these players have just been like, either A, I have no idea what you're talking about, or B, if I just reply to this with a question mark, I'm going to farm some good impressions and get some building of the clout, I guess is the best way to put it. It doesn't seem like anybody's willing to confirm, as they shouldn't. And who knows if these are actually going to happen or not. So, again, there's a lot of concern around Scrub if he is still at the caliber that a lot of people think he may be, or if it's just a namesake. Chausette, I still think, is still very, very talented, and to showcase that he is still up there, even though we aren't seeing him 1v3 energy like we did at Beyond the Summit a while ago. So, both teams and players very talented, have the ability to kind of plug into a system. Who would be the better one for the team? I probably would go with Chausette, but again, it depends on what kind of playstyle they're trying to accomplish, and only Rams and the Top Look guys know that. So should be interesting to see how this one progresses. Over to Team Liquid. Obviously, the Dutch pair of Violent Panda and Oli have both been trying out with RLCS and AcroniK under the Team Liquid banner to complete the roster, is what is stated. And this is now no longer saying that it is RLCS trying to build a team around people. It is stating that it is RLCS and AcroniK. This is a pairing and they're trying to find the third that completes that. And if you tell me RLCS, AcroniK, and Violent Panda on a team, that makes me really, really excited. Because originally, a lot of people believed, myself included, that RLCS and Scrub were almost a shoo-in because of how much they play, the synergy that they have, which I would also like to see Panda, RLCS, and Scrub try out and see how that goes. AcroniK is obviously newer and has come in as this hot commodity with BS Plus and has some opportunity to kind of go and make a mark elsewhere, but we'll get into the craziness of the whole AcroniK situation here in a sec with BS Plus, but there's a lot of different looks that you can take about fitting in pieces where, and it is good that obviously a lot of teams are trying out with multitude of options, but I think if you take RLCS, who again, I still think doesn't get enough credit for how talented and how good he actually is, you pair that with another mechanical, really aggressive player, whether it be Scrub, AcroniK, whoever, and then on the other side of that, there's also rumors of Chausette possibly trying out for the Team Liquid roster as well, which I think fits a similar role to what Violent Panda could do. So again, I think they have a lot of really good pieces that they can put in. It's just a matter of which one feels the best. Try out every combination and they'll figure it out. But in this tweet, it is saying that RLCS and AcroniK are pretty much like solidified. Also, one of the guys behind Shift ended up coming in and talked about how like they know where Chausette is going. He has signed with someone else. That is solidified. Who it is specifically, he wouldn't say. So we'll see what happens with that. But it will be interesting to see on where the pieces fall. Now, I will say that obviously there's some weirdness around the AcroniK situation because BS Plus and Team Liquid were rumored to be in advanced talks over the potential move that could see AcroniK, and then they move forward with being like, yes, this is a duo that is happening possibly, which is interesting, but it's funny because BS Plus does reply to this, quote tweets AcroniK saying, whatever you think, I never said I wanted to leave BS Plus, and I have proof if you don't believe me, whatever, closing Twitter for today. That happened on the 16th. That was about a month ago. And he's saying that he has proof that he never said he wanted to leave. That doesn't say he isn't leaving or isn't planning on leaving. He may have full intention to be like, yo, I don't, and have never said I wanted to leave, but if an opportunity presents itself, yeah, of course I'm going to take it. It'd be dumb not to. Team Liquid, obviously, as an organization, is significantly bigger than BS Plus. No shade on BS Plus. It's just, it's part of my language. Team Liquid, like, hello? So, again, you got to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, it is a business, and I do think that building a team with RLCS and stuff is going to do better than BS Plus, although BS Plus has been competitive. They've shown that they can be a solid team like former Fadeaway. So, again, you just never know how things are going to play out if it does become Fadeaway, turning into SK Gaming or otherwise. But I do think AcroniK, RLCS, and player who can facilitate would be very, very solid. So, again, it'll be interesting to see because all these teams that you know and love, the Dignitas of before, if it doesn't have, like, all these names and all these teams, it's really hard for new players to come into the scene. It's really tough to do when you have staple players that have been there for years now going elsewhere, and it's a completely different look from the following season, or the previous season, I should say. So, again, it's really tough. A lot of people were replying this and trying to be like, oh, what the heck is going on? Some shade being thrown by other people. Like, Twitter's been wild. So we'll see what happens. But AcroniK and Team Liquid is looking more and more sure, according to rumors. Whether that's true or not, we'll find out. Now for some confirmations. Things that I can say, yes, these are happening because they're either A, coming from the source, or B, have been confirmed by the organization. The first one is going to be from Though. Though has put out a tweet, says that he is still under guild, but has been listed as inactive, which means, hey, I'm basically taking the sub position, and we are hoping for a contract buyout. Otherwise, we have to wait for it to expire. So he is able to go and look for other teams, which is what he has stated. He will be searching for new opportunities heading into the next season, but is still under guild contract and does probably have a buyout clause in order to pull him over, which the new organization will have to do. A lot of people saying good luck, and it seems like all positive things here. So best of luck to Though as well. Moving forward, hopefully he finds a new home. And last but not least, and I'm really happy for this one because it's been a long time coming. For those that don't know, 72PC, they used to be called 72 Pin Connector, did some rebranding, has always handled themselves very professionally. Manager and everything else, organization behind them has been solid. And I say organization, but not in the sense of like an org. This is a fully ran, like, volunteer project. It feels like 72PC is not an official org. They don't have official backing, but they handle themselves very professionally, which I'm always a huge fan of. And I've talked about how this can actually hinder them from getting picked up. There has been times where I know people see 72PC and the way that things are handled, and they're just like, oh yeah, this team signed. And it's like, no, they're not. They're right now still looking for an org to represent them, and it finally has happened. A team by the name of Flashes of Brilliance, or FOB Gaming, has officially acquired 72PC's official roster. For those that don't know, that's Jacob, Seabass, and Spider. Spider coming over from Continuum, and then Kronovi went there with Aeon and Astro. So glad to see a new team coming in, supporting the boys. How much success they'll have. They've had moments where they've played upset, but haven't really been able to break consistently into like the top, I would say like 15, 12. Maybe that'll change now that they've got some backing and a little bit of relaxing they can do rather than stressing the whole time about financials. Good to see them getting supported. 72PC, obviously, a name that has been around for a while, and I'm happy to see Jacob and the rest of the crew get picked up. So awesome stuff there from FOB. Hopefully their run is a positive one in Season 11, whenever that'll be, which is assumed to be like September. So we'll see. That is going to wrap it up for your Rocket League roster news for today. Some rumors, some confirmations, a mixture of both. But if there's any that missed, I'm sure there will be more by the time this video comes out. That's just how it seems to be right now, which is a good problem to have. But questions, comments, concerns down below. If you guys have any thoughts, opinions, all that kind of stuff, make sure you guys let that happen in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications. Trying to hit 50K by the end of the year. We are getting there, which I do greatly appreciate. Also, video tomorrow is a little bit of a teaser of some craziness that I've got going on this weekend. And I need your opinions on that as well. So make sure you guys do hit subscribe so you can check out that video. And I hope to see you there. Peace.